Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to figure out how to splice these two videos together or not, but I'm going to try, because as I was talking about this, I turn my head and I look in my living room, and there is my Great Pyrenees puppy, Freya, with a stinking candy cane hanging out of her mouth. Where she got a candy cane, I do not know, but I swear sometimes dogs are as bad as toddlers, which she's 7 months old and extremely happy, but she's a puppy and puppies do what puppies do. So I'm going to try this and hopefully I'll be able to put these two videos together. I'll just have to play with some different software on my phone and see what I can do. But right now I'm just erasing the little pencil marks. And now I'm going to fold my gussets. So you fold one away from you and one towards you until you get to the end. And the bottom one we just fold straight up. And then one away from you, one towards you, and away from you, just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to ink this up, and I'm with the edges, I'm just trying to get the edges of the gusset. I'm not really trying to do much more than that, just to kind of grunge it up a little bit. And the bottom, and then the top, I'm gonna do, you know what I think I did? Because I was so because those dogs distract me so stinking much. We're going to take some of this off because I didn't want it to go all the way to the top. We're going to take off about, let's go with about an inch. We're going to take about an inch off of that because I was distracted. Okay, so we're just chopping an inch off and put it over there. I don't know, I'll find something to do with that piece. And then redo my gusset folds just like that. And then grab my 2-inch hole punch or circle punch, eyeball in the center, and then a little notch right at the top. And then I can get this inked up here. Okay, so I give the corners a little do every now and then, just a little rub. Okay, so this is essentially done. Now we've got to create the top part of it. So this doesn't have to be hard. This literally is as easy or as hard as you make it, okay? We can just do a square flap with no shaping or anything to it. Or we can get super fancy with different kind of cuts and stuff. I'm going to go more on the easy side. And what I would like to do is figure out which way this goes. I really feel like maybe it goes that way. I don't know. So what I want is a flap that's going to come over this about that far, if you can see it. Maybe a little further. No, yeah, right about there. So I'm leaving about an inch at the bottom that's exposed. And I'm going to come up here with my pencil and I'm marking the top. And then I'm going to mark way up here because I got gussets to put in and everything else. And that is approximately a little over 1.5 inches. So then I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to cut the top part off where that top line was. And then, oh, I didn't do the width. Okay, so from inside gusset to inside gusset, I need to mark how wide this is supposed to be. Okay, I'm going to come in here and cut this part off. And then, okay, so this essentially is our flap. What I would like to do is give it kind of an angle, like a triangle closure. But I am not very good with cutting triangles, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half without pressing it together down here. I'm just pressing the top two pieces together and kind of getting a little closer to the fold without pressing it down, making sure that's even. Then I'm going to take my scissors and at the fold, I'm just going to cut it at an angle. Yeah, just like that. And then it gives you an even angle. So now we're going to score it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8's good. And then I'm going to fold it at the first score line and the last score line, and then just kind of give it a little squish. And then I'm going to ink this up. And I want to put a pocket right here. So I'll probably use some of the scraps that I've already created. However, first I'm going to go ahead and ink this guy up. And I'm thinking probably, I don't want to use the green. I'm probably going to use maybe the dark floral or maybe even the orange. That would be pretty up next to the green. So that is what the inking I'm going to do. And down here is going to be where our closure is going to be. And I'm either going to put a circle that you wrap around, or I'm going to put an eyelet. And I am not 100% sure. I think I'm going to end up doing the circle, to be honest. So take this, and then let me see what I got over here in our scrap pile we just created. And it looks like, oh, I thought I had a smaller square of the orange, but I guess I do not. So we're gonna have to make one. Oh, that's why that was so thick. Okay, so I just want a pocket that's gonna fit right here. So I'm lining it up with this edge, and I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna mark it at the other edge, and then I'm gonna push it out, and I'm gonna mark where I want the bottom. And remember, you've got your gusset, so you're actually gonna mark up here at the top of your gusset. You're not marking down here at the bottom of the paper, up where the gusset is, right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut this out. Just line this up with this mark. Set that to the side. And line this mark. Whoop. Okay. I'm going to put a little notch in it. Just a tiny little notch. And then I'm going to ink it up. And then I'm going to end up sewing all this, so I'm not going to glue it down yet, but I am not done. So, all right, so there's that. And that's going to go right here. So you'll have your envelope like this, and then it'll flip up, and you'll have a pocket hiding right there that you can use. And it won't mess with the closure if the closure happens to go through there. And then let's see. All right, I think I'm gonna put, let me see here. I almost wonder if I shouldn't put a belly band or something. I mean, we could always do a pocket down here and tuck this in as the closure. I kind of like that idea. This is what I mean by I've got to stop and stare at it for a minute. No, I think I'm going to do my original thought. Yeah. Okay, so first things first, I got to decide what I want my circle, what color I want it to be. And I think I want it to mimic the underneath. So I'm just going to grab my, I don't know if I want to use my 1" or my, yeah, it's my 1". So I'm just going to take my 1", put it in. Oh, crud. I don't know if that's going to work or not. I'm just trying to line it up to see. And no, I'm gonna have to use a different, well, that works. That one does not, but this one does. Okay, put that back up. Okay, so that goes back in the scraps. So I have this circle, and I'm going to put it right here, and I think we're gonna attach it with a brad. Sometimes I put like, I'll make a bunch of little smaller circles, and I'll kind of glue them in a stack on the bottom of this, and that way you can twine whatever around it without it, well, just so it works, because half the time if you don't put a brad through it, it doesn't. So I'm going to ink this up. And all right, now we're going to get a brad out of my handy dandy little Tupperware dish here. And I'm going to get my awl, if I can find it. And I'm going to eyeball the center. I think that's it. I'm going to poke a little hole through there. Come on. All right, and then I'm going to take it here. And I'm going to find right about the center. Man, I think I got it. So I'm going to poke it through that paper. So it's poked through both papers. And then I'm going to put my brad right through it like that. And flip it over and fold it down just like that. Now you can put a piece of tape over that if you don't want it seen. You can actually cover the back of it, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to just leave mine the way that it is. And now what we'll do is when we go to glue this down, we'll have some jute that will be underneath all of this, and it'll come up around the top, and then we'll wind it around, and that's how that'll stay closed. So all of this is going to go right here in the folio. So it's going to look really sweet. So I am going to end it here, and I am going to get all of this sewn and everything ready for the next tutorial, which we will be doing one of these panels. And I think as far as like extra stuff that you might need, I'm probably going to go ahead and get into the vellum and the acetate, make some windows, some see-through pockets, things like that. But I'm pretty sure that is going to be it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.